Good morning, friends. This is Gautham Kolluri from CIP Study Abroad. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and previously worked in Conestoga College and Mohawk College as the International Students Recruitment Officer. Welcome to our daily live QA session, streamed to our social media groups. I hope all our, dear friends from India have done this Rakhi had a wonderful Rakhi celebrations. I have my Rakhi still on as well. So if you have any queries, feel free to join this Zoom session. We are here round the clock during the weekdays starts from 10 a.m. India time and then keeps on going all 24/7. So any questions regarding immigration study, feel free to connect with us. Okay. So we have Nikhil here. Nikhil, so your question about the postgraduate work permit eligibility. So if you look at the definition of postgraduate work permit eligibility, the program, any full-time program should be, it should be a full-time in class. Okay. Let me share the postgraduate work permit eligibility requirements. So so one is postgraduate work permit will only be issued once in a lifetime. You cannot get two times. So if you study in Canada, you only get one time. You cannot study two different programs and you get two times post-graduation work permit. So it is only one time opportunity. To obtain a postgraduate work permit, the applicant must hold a valid temporary status or left Canada. They have graduated from an eligible DLI. They must provide clear evidence that they meet all the criteria. They have completed an academic, vocational, professional training program at an eligible institution in Canada, at least 8 months in duration. They must have maintained full-time student status. Okay, online students are not considered full-time, right? They have maintained full-time student status in Canada during the academic session of the program, or the programs of study have completed and submitted a part of the post-graduation exceptions, leave of studies, final academic session. So this is final academic session. A lot of students also do it. So official transcripts have valid studies. Ineligible applicants, if you look in, right, completed the majority of the credits towards the completion of the program by distance learning, they are not eligible. Okay, so part-time post-graduation work permit, part-time study. So students who study part-time status for the final, students must maintain full-time student status during each academic session of the program or programs of study they complete and submit as a part of the post-graduation work permit application. However, if a students meet all the eligibility requirements with the exception of full-time study during the final academic session, that is, they have part-time time status only in the final academic session, they are still considered for PGWP. So online students are not considered. Okay. So make sure that any institution you are planning to apply, they confirm that it is a full-time in-person studies.
Okay. And so one more query. Like what is a non-credit professional certificate program?
So we work with a few universities. So basically in Canada, in universities, you can transfer credits.
Okay.
Right, from one university another, depending on the program, if the program has the same credit. So that is called a non-credit program. So for example, we work with University of Calgary. They have programs in HR, programs in project management and other business analytics programs. Those programs, you cannot get credits if you decide to go for master's programs.
Okay. So can this thing affect the work permit after the studies, after the course?
No, you will not be eligible to apply for the Alberta Opportunity Stream, but under the Alberta Express Entry Stream, you will be able to apply for your PNP. Other than that, it's not really an issue. So here, one more thing which I wanted to share you here, the extension of temporary distant learning measures will affect those programs starting from September 2022 to August 23. So IRCC had approved online studies only till August 31, 2023. No more than 50% of the credits can be completed outside of Canada to be eligible for PGWP. Studies completed online from outside of Canada will be deducted from the future length of the PGWP. Okay. So it will not affect. So you're looking at, what is your age, Nikhil?
24.
24. You're very young. You don't really have to go to provinces like Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. You can come to Ontario. So in Ontario, remember, from the PR perspective, there's a lot of people who complain that, oh, we are not getting PR, but again, they don't meet the requirements. So who are the perfect candidates who meet the requirements for Canada PR? Right? One, people with good English skills, right? That is primary. Second, because Canada has a point-based system, so we get points for Indian education, overseas education, and work experience. So if freshers come to Canada, they don't have overseas work experience, so they'll lose points.
Okay.
So those people will be difficult. But again, if you have 1 to 3 years work experience, good English skills, study in Canada, have 1 to 2 years Canadian work experience, your CRS score will be 500 and will definitely get. The problem is with freshers who come without work experience and people with low English skills, they will struggle.
Okay.
Okay. So do you have work experience, Nikhil?
Yeah, I have 14 months of work experience in construction
14
field.
months. That's good. Keep it. So which intake are you planning?
I'm planning for Jan 24.
You're planning for Jan 24.
Yeah. So, and one more thing, I have came across a post a few days ago, like Canada is planning to caps to international students due to shortage in home
It's
or
only
something.
discussions.
Okay.
Everywhere it is the same. If you go to the UK, if you go to Australia, there's always the same issues.
Okay.
Okay. So that's something which you don't really have to worry. It is important that international students have to understand that, it's a multiple, just Prime Minister Justin Trudeau actually made a statement on this, and I wanted to actually post it today. Let me just show you, because see, this housing crisis, it has not come just because of international students. It has been happening for many years. So there are multiple factors. So what one happened is the construction, the government was very slow to release more lands, right? And second, interest rates have increased 3 times. So if previously if it was 1.5 to 2%, now it is 6%. So people are not, the construction people are not building. People are not buying, right? And the government is, unfortunately, there are some who came up this idea. It's not really correct, right? Because it's not just international students. How many, Canada has approved Ukrainians for a 3-year open work permit. And almost 700,000 people were approved, and there are more than 1 lakh to 2 lakh Ukrainians who came here in the last 2 years. So when there was earthquake in Turkey and Syria, the government gave them again an open work permit. So they are also here. But nobody's talking about them, right? Then also Afghan, the government gave them refugees, Sudan, all these people coming in to Canada. So this is all some political, necessary statements. But again, it's not just because of international. So Prime Minister Justin Trudeau actually made a valid statement here. If you can see, let me just share you. Yeah, so this is
over the past years, we've seen a lot of people or a lot of different groups blamed for the housing crisis. At one point, it was foreign home buyer. I think we have to be very careful. Over the past years, we've seen a lot of people or a lot of different groups blamed for the housing crisis. At one point, it was foreign home buyers. At another point, it was developers being super aggressive. Another point, it was underinvestments by various orders of government. Another point now, it's people saying, oh, it's international students. Yes, there's lots of different factors that go into this housing crisis, but it's something that has been brewing and developing over the past number of decades. And the way to solve it will be, yes, to look at all the different factors that contribute in different ways and make sure that all ideas are on the table. But fundamentally, we only get through this by rolling up our sleeves and getting the work done collaboratively across all the different sectors and orders of government that have different responsibilities for it. Working with provinces, working with municipalities, working with the not-for-profit sector, working with the private sector and developers. These are things that we have to do in a thoughtful way. And the good news is, Canada has done this before. We have faced housing crisis before in our history. In World War II, when the GIs returned, when Canadian Armed Forces returned, we built massive numbers of homes. The federal government was directly involved in building entire neighborhoods that exist to this day. And then in the 60s and 70s, when the children of the baby boom came of age, there was a need to build a lot more housing so they could start their lives properly. We have faced these challenges before and we've solved them by rolling up our sleeves, figuring it out and working together. Our government has been engaged in the housing file since 2015, after previous Conservative government washed its hands of investments in housing across the country. We're going to continue to step up and work collaboratively and get this fixed for Canadians. Canada's done this before.
So this is basically, it's not a one-time situation. This happens all the time. And it has been going through along because so many multiple factors are involved in this. When the interest rate is high, people are not buying. When when people are not buying, the construction people don't want to build. So it's all interconnected with all this. So be ready. There will be challenges. Remember, when you are moving from your home country to a new country, there will be challenges. You have GIC. If previously, if you paid $400, $500 for the housing, you might have to pay another $150, $200. But eventually you will find it. Be proactive and look into it. Okay. Yeah, so you can also look into options in Ontario, Nikhil. You have work experience, right? And you don't really have to go to the cold provinces, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. They're very cold. Atlantic provinces are like northeast of India. Okay, sure. So are you in our network, Nikhil? Our Facebook and WhatsApp groups?
Yes, I'm in your network.
You're in our network, yeah? Okay, where are you from, Nikhil?
I'm from Hyderabad.
You're a Telugu from Hyderabad. That's nice. Sure. Be in touch with our Hyderabad team if you need any help, and we'll take it forward from there. Okay.
Sir, and one more thing. Sir, so I'm a civil engineering student, civil engineering graduate. So, so can I apply for a business management program?
It will be a lottery. General rule, Nikhil, you play safe, right? It is such a critical decision. So general rule, IRCC always states that the proposed program of study should be relevant to your current job, education. So if you are a recent graduate and have less than 1 year work experience, it's good to choose a program. If you're a recent graduate fresher, you not have work experience, choose a program which is related to extension of your bachelor's. If you already have 1 to 3, 4, 5 years more work experience, then choose a program which is relevant to your current job. We had people who are from construction background and previously and applied for business management, many approved. It will be a lottery.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
So think about it and let me know if you need any help. Right.
Sure.
So, yeah, Asif. So, Asif was just chatting with me before the Zoom earlier this morning, and I think, yeah, Asif.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Asif. कैसे हो Asif?
अच्छा हूँ सर. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Asif. आप भी हैदराबाद से हो Asif?
Yes, sir. I am also from Hyderabad.
Sure, Asif. So work experience is very important, beta, क्योंकि when you apply, when you are coming here to Canada, you are coming not just to study and go back home, but you have plans to settle down, right? So Canada में जो है, immigration is a point-based system, and I was explaining Nikhil as well before you. So if you have work experience from India, right, it will add
Okay.
more points for you.
Okay.
See, no country
Oh.
guarantees PR for every people who comes in. For example, right, even work visa, right? If you look at US में there are only 20,000 H-1B visa quota for master's students, for students who study masters. Only 20,000.
Okay.
How many people go to the US every year?
Minimum 1 lakh to 2 lakhs.
More. Only Telugu people probably might be 2 lakhs.
Yeah, all over the world. They are more than 10 lakhs, I think.
So all over the world, let's say at least 5 lakhs. But there are only 20,000 H-1B visas. So after people complete their studies, international students, OPT ke baad, they will have to go through, apply through an employer for sponsored, find an employer who was willing to sponsor them and apply for the H-1B visa.
Okay. So it is necessary to have work experience.
It is not necessary, but it will be easy for you
Okay.
from the PR.
Easy for. Okay.
Yeah,
So
if you don't
I
get the
need some
points,
more.
then you will have to go to what I was explaining, provinces like Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Atlantic provinces, and look for PNP program for non-Atlantic immigration program. So Canada
Okay.
में different immigration programs have. One is a federal program. After you finish your 1 year education,
Yes, sir.
1 year work experience in Canada, you will apply for a Canadian experience class. अगर आपके points नहीं बन रहे, तो then you will have to go to the other provinces, find an employer who is eligible or any program where you're eligible, and you apply for that. That will give you 600 additional points. Okay.
Okay.
But good to have
Sir.
more overseas work experience. So, see, आपके situation में you did BSc, right? A 3-year
Yes,
BSc.
sir. Yes, sir. Computer science, master's, maths, physics, computer science.
Right, maths, physics, computer science, and see, you don't have work experience, but we can still go in. Are you interested in data analytics?
Yes, sir. One is data analytics, and other is computer applications. MS in computer applications. Which one is better? Can you please tell
The
us?
problem is Canadian universities don't accept a 3 years bachelor's degree.
Okay.
So you can look into a college if you are interested in data analytics, right?
Okay.
You had some interest, so let me show you. इसमें Durham College has a very good program in data analytics.
Durham College. Okay.
Yeah, Durham College we work with, and it is already open for May intake. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
it is already open for May intake, Durham, and we officially work with Durham College. So this is a short video about the program.
Okay.
Right, it's a bit, internet is a bit slow, but should open. Oh, it did open. Yeah, so Durham College, Conestoga has some good programs for students who are from non-IT background or have very limited IT. There is a very good program called Computer Application Development. So this is for people who are from non-IT background and have limited exposure. They can study this program. It is more about software development.
Okay.
So this is data analytics 8 minutes. Let me just share you this link.
Okay.
You can hear it?
Data analytics is going to drive all decision making. So it's vital that companies understand their data and how to use their data to make proper decisions going forward.
I choose data analytics because I come from a background of computer stats math, and I am very interested in doing visualization and working on Tableau. So I've been a data analyst previously. I would like to enhance my skills in terms of data transformation, data visualization, and also insights generation for better decision making.
Students will learn how to look at data, visualize it, and make executive decisions for their employer. So students perform a lot of hands-on activities using advanced software such as Tableau, Power BI, R, SQL, and Python.
DC facilities, including the classrooms, are very well equipped. It's complete with all the learning resources and facilities. In data analytics program, most of the professors we have come from an industrial background. So they have the real life experience. They usually share that experience as an examples in the upcoming assignments or in the upcoming activities.
The great thing about data analytics, we're seeing that it goes across all industries, but in particular, HR, the medical field, retail, and manufacturing seem to be the leading industries.
I'll be making a difference in society by accessing information that no one is able to access. Being analysts, the professors has motivated us in terms of going through our career path as a data analyst or a business intelligence analyst.
So the possible career opportunities are in a data analyst role, a storytelling role, and a maybe programming role in terms of helping them understand their data and make better decisions.
The career plan I'm taking is a decision support job at a hospital, most likely.
I will be in the data transformation and data visualization career path. I would like to be a business intelligence analyst where I can lead on to making dashboards and visualizations that can help industries.
Graduates will lead the way by empowering businesses to look at their data better and to make better decisions.
So this is a good program. You could look into this program as well. Are you in touch with anybody from my team?
No, sir. No, today only I have joined your WhatsApp group.
Oh, sure. I will. Let me just pull up your number. Let me connect you with Rakesh ji from my team.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What was your number? Last number? क्या था आपका? Okay, I found it.
8080. Right.
80. Okay. मैं Rakesh ji ko I'll connect, have him come call you tomorrow. And one thing is you will have to work on your English skills bit if see.
Okay, sir.
IELTS में जो है, you see a lot of the silly videos कि Canada has decreased the risk, but colleges and universities have not actually changed the requirement. So if you want to study in a good program in a good college, you will still have to score 6.5 with no band less than 6.
Okay.
So आपके individual bands कितने हैं आपके? Your overall is 6, right, Afif?
Yes, sir.
In
listening, I got 6.5. Speaking, I got 6.5. And writing, I got 6. And reading, I got 5.5.
You will have to improve, Afif. We have a very good teacher, Arundhati ji. She's an IELTS teacher. In the morning, if you have time, you can join. I think she only charges 5,000 rupees as a coach. And a very nice teacher. She has helped thousands of students from CIP who have applied. hundreds of students. So do connect with Rakesh ji, and if you need help, we can take it forward from there. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see who is here from India. Anybody? There's nobody here. Yeah. So let me give you Rakesh ji's number and take it forward from there.
Okay.
Okay, I'll copy him, but work on your English. This is very important. Without English, it is not going to work out. You have pretty much, and second, also try to get a job which is relevant to your, uh,
Studies.
studies. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. This is his number, and we'll take it forward from there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sure. Anthony is here. Hi, Anthony. Yeah, Sham.
Yeah, hi Gautam sir, how are you?
I'm good. Anthony, if you are not in a rush, let me talk to Sham and then I'll get back to you.
Yeah, sure. No problems.
Yeah. So Sham, you are a permanent resident, and if you apply for a visitor visa for your wife, the chances are always very limited. It is only exceptional cases it is approved.
Okay, so I just got an spousal, sponsorship eligibility. So is there any way that we can get approved after getting the sponsorship eligibility?
Yes, we can try again because IRCC actually, when Minister Sean Fraser was here, he actually they announced a new program for family reunification. After AOR is received for your spousal sponsorship, we can go ahead and we can try. But what is interesting is they have announced it. It's been so many months, right? They have not updated the application requirements or process.
Okay.
Right. So they left it to us.
So is is there any way we can get approved if we were apply for the spousal work permit?
So
Which one
no
do you suggest?
instructions. We can apply.
Okay.
Right. We can apply for visitor. We can apply for spousal work permit as per the regulations, but there are no instructions. There have been so many legal professionals who've been reaching out to IRCC to publish this process, but nothing has been done till now.
Okay. Yeah. And one last question. So after getting the medicals, how long will it take to get the PR?
Currently, what we see is about 6 to 8 months is the entire process.
Okay.
Did you submit your application, Shyam?
I have submitted on April 10th and we got the sponsorship eligibility on, 1 month back.
April. I think hopefully by the end of this year, she should be here. Most likely by January, you should get the PR.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So reach out to me if you still want, and we'll try to take it forward. We only charge, $250, $500 per visitor or these kind of pause open work permit cases. But if you need help, we'll be happy to help. IRCC works with artificial intelligence, and there's no logic sometimes. But if you have an immigration lawyer and a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, it might be an advantage.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll get in touch with you.
Okay. You have my number, Shyam?
Yes, I do have your contact number. I got it from Divya. Yeah, I'll get in touch.
Yeah. So for all the guys, if this is the first time you're joining, you can, if you send me a message, you will get a WhatsApp auto message. There's this Facebook group and also WhatsApp group. Feel free to post details there. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, then yeah, take care. Abhishek, yes, please, Abhishek.
Hi, sir. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good, Abhishek. How are you?
I'm fine. I saw you came to Kitchener, and the place was like very close to my house. So
Yes. I live in Cambridge.
Oh yeah.
Where
I
are
remember.
you and how are things with you, Abhishek?
Very good, sir. So you processed my wife's visa. They all came over,
That's
and So so my plan was to go and bring them over, and I got my COPR, which meant that I couldn't travel. So
Yeah.
they had to come on their own. So there was a bit of a adventure, but I've received my PR card. So like my status is
Congratulations. Very, very
thank you.
happy. I still
Thank you.
remember, those days when you applied for St. Lawrence Business Analytics
Oh
and then
yes, yeah.
Manitoba with the visa. Long journey. Very, very happy to hear, when our students and our CIP community members
Yes.
get their PR. It's a huge achievement. I remember, you came with a one-year
Yeah.
program, right?
Yep.
Conestoga College, got a job. You're an adult student.
Yep.
Congratulations. It's a big
Thank
achievement.
you. Thank you very much, and thank you for all the support, through the calls and through the Facebook group. All of this was possible because I had such a great support system from you. So really thankful for that.
Thank you. Thank you as well. You guys made us successful. We've never advertised in India. And what
Yeah.
GIP is today is because of good people like you who trusted us. And going forward, you always refer us to your friends
Absolutely.
and your relatives and in the social media.
Absolutely. Sure.
Where are you working, Abhishek, now?
So I was with Amazon till last month, but I moved on from Amazon because they were mandating return to office, and it was like a 2-hour
Yes.
travel from here to Toronto, and it didn't make sense. So I've joined a company which is like based out of US, but they have an office in Toronto, but it's fully remote. It's called Grable it's called Grable Companies. Essentially, they do relocation for large IT companies. So
That's
I've joined.
interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty new space for me, but I mean it's UX work, so the process is still the same. But yeah, um, currently working with Grable. Yeah,
That's nice. Yeah, you are UI UX, right, Abhishek?
that's correct. I'm a UX product designer. Yeah.
Abhishek, can you check our website and advise me what we could do? I always get
Sure.
in trouble with IT people, unfortunately, in India. So we actually have a new portal, database, and everything, and we have created a platform where our students can log in, create, upload documents, and everything. So
Oh
it's a
wow.
one-step
Okay.
program, but the problem is the interface was not done good because it was the same company, and I want to have some changes. I'm not
Sure.
sure there were some issues, but there's some internal error but do check in. I'll try to get this connected.
Sure. Do you mind sharing the URL? I'll also take a look.
Yeah, it's not, the website is down today. There's been some issues.
Okay.
Again, it's such a pain
Okay.
with this company. They put on cloud, I think Amazon or somewhere cloud, and there's been some
AWS. Okay.
AWS, and there's been some, the website is not active. It's not working since yesterday.
Oh yeah, I see. There's some internal error.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go!
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Some
No problem.
spammers, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a look if there is like a login to look into, whatever is like that portal where people can upload stuff. I can take a look at that as well.
Yeah, and also, like from the design perspective, I would want to make it a bit more, but do
Sure.
let me know your advice. And if you know anybody in India who
Sure.
is reliable, I don't want to trouble you too much.
No, absolutely. Yeah. No, I'll give my like feedback, and folks in India. I mean, I'm not very sure. I was actually working with somebody based out of Hyderabad, that was like 6-7 years back. But but at least from a UX perspective, I can tell you,
Yeah,
if
please.
things
That
need
would
to
really
go.
be interesting as well. Okay.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for joining in, and
Sure, sir.
congratulations. I would probably love to invite you sometime for a YouTube or an Instagram.
Absolutely, I'd be happy to join. Sure,
That
sir.
would be very helpful, right? And how old are your children, Abhishek?
So my older one is going to turn 5 next month, and my younger one is 1.5.
Oh, that's nice. Pretty busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
youngest
it's
is 7.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty busy, and he's starting school next week. So yeah, excited
Oh,
about it.
that's a completely different dimension.
Yeah.
interesting
Yeah.
how to see my two kids were my youngest two kids were okay with the school, but my oldest has struggled always. She is so
Uh-huh.
she doesn't want to go to school, and she is now in grade 7 and she still struggles. She said, I don't
Oh,
like
wow,
school, I don't
no.
want to go to school. So it's a pain with them.
Oh, okay. If that happens, I'm gonna call you and get your get your
I'm still
experience.
figuring out to convince her.
Great.
But it's a good,
So,
for kids, it's very nice. It's more like a play
yeah.
school here. So
Uh-huh.
the kids will love it as long as they
Okay.
are good. They are not socially, they are not afraid of talking and
Yeah.
with connecting with new kids. It is going to be big fun. There's
Oh, that's
absolutely
really
no
good to know.
study, very limited study for kindergarten here.
Okay, that's good. Less stress on me to worry about
Yes.
it. So I actually had a question
Sure.
for you, and honestly, I didn't notice this till yesterday because I was doing the school documentation for my son.
Uh-huh.
So when they landed, they were given this permit. So my wife got her work permit, and my daughter and son they got their visitor record document.
Mhm.
So something that I completely missed noticing at that point of time is the address under the name. So for my wife and for my daughter, it's the India address, which was on file. But
Mhm.
for my son, it's a completely random address in Montreal. I don't.
You can apply for amendment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so just let me amendment of documents IRCC. It's a bit of a painful process.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, here, this is the link here. So here, request to amend valid temporary resident documents or information contained in the confirmation of permanent residence. So if it is as I understand, you got your PR and they are still in the process, right? They are still temporary residents.
That's correct. Yeah.
Right? And you'll be applying for the spousal sponsorship and for your family now.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. So it's not really an issue for you to really be stressed out
Yeah.
about the address. Again, people make error, and ICC also makes errors as we see often. So not really something. It's you'll submit and you will get your PR in 6 to 8 months for your family.
Got it. So yeah, essentially that's what I wanted to ask, if this is a cause for concern or worry. If
No.
not, I really don't mind. Okay, great.
Not really. Like unless you're very concerned, other than that, this is absolutely not an issue.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Right?
Yeah, that's essentially what I wanted.
They're already here. Start the PR process. Don't drag it. Spousal
Yeah.
sponsorship and take it forward.
Sure, sir.
Okay, then yeah. Take care, Abhishek. Bye.
Cool. Thank you. Thanks very much, sir. And yeah, as always, really nice talking to you.
You're welcome. And I'll let you know when the website goes live.
Sure.
Do check in and let me know what can be done to speed up and get things.
Sure. Happy to, sir.
And what is the website company you're working, Abhishek?
I will send you the link.
Yeah, please, if you don't mind, just send me on WhatsApp or here.
Sure. Yep, I have. Yeah, just pasted the link.
Mm-hmm.
So they have been remote even before the whole pandemic thing. So like really worked out for me.
This is cool. I've been looking to move into IT.
Oh, wow. That's really.
Yeah, but I've been thinking, but I think it's come to a point where I'll have to make IT and healthcare are two things. I'm general physician, and because we bring in,
wow.
we are from South India, right?
Yeah.
So I started my career general physician, and I had a recruitment company, healthcare recruitment company, and I used to bring in nurses from Eastern Europe to UK.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that is how CIP actually started. And then we moved into different verticals in CIP, including study. And now after coming to Canada, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember you were in Russia for some time.
Yes, I was in Ukraine. I grew up in Ukraine. I lived there for 20 years. Yeah.
Wow.
So planning on starting a healthcare recruitment company here, staffing and recruitment and training for all the nurses to get their licensing here. And yeah.
Yep,
So
that's great. Any support you need from a design / experience perspective, I'm happy to help. So.
thank you, Abhishek. Thank you. When you are in Cambridge, come over sometime. We can.
Sure, sir. Yeah, I will. We
Sure.
we plan to make a trip to that biryani wala. So
Yeah.
we will definitely.
There's a very nice place in Cambridge. I'm not sure, not many people know it, but for
Uh-huh.
all the parties, we actually get the food from there.
Oh wow. Okay.
Catering. So this is actually Pakistani joint. We say the village. It's a restaurant in Cambridge, but actually
Okay.
it's entirely managed by a Tamil chef, Shan,
Oh wow. Okay.
from Chennai, and the food is brilliant. I think if you attended our boat cruise parties or anywhere in Kitchener or in Toronto, this is where we actually do it. So it's basically a catering and takeaway. And
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and they have chicken biryanis on Tuesdays for $6.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. This is my wife is going to love this. She's a
Yeah,
biryani freak.
that's nice and very nice food, very delicious. And we've always ordered it for the last 3 to 4 years. I think all the food for our events is through this.
Okay.
Village
The
catering.
village. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'll check it out. Probably get
It's
takeaway
just besides the
this week.
farm by. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, then take care, Abhishek.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Nice. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye bye. Yeah.
Thank you.
So Pratap. Pratap.
Sir, hi, sir. Sir, hello.
Yeah,
Sir.
see, Pratap, unfortunately, I've seen your visa refusal notes and it is totally messed up. Guys, it is very important that you choose a proper consultant. And also financials are very important, Pratap. So who helped you apply for your spouse open work permit? They totally messed up.
Sir, okay, sir.
See,
Actually, ఏమైందంటే 4 members apply